Hi, everyone, and welcome to part 2 of Loz Cooper's Birthday Blitz. Happy birthday, Loz. This tournament is now a 3+2, which has started already. Let's see. Should we see Marcus Harvey?
It's on Game Changer, by the way, Natasha,
Yes,
so it has worked.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's very good.
So it's 3+2, is that right? Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
So nice and slow.
Yes. And so Marcus Harvey is playing against Stephen Woodhouse here.
Very good.
Stephen being
up.
So Marcus being he's not a junior player, is he? But he's a young player, a very strong young player. FM, I thought he was an IM, you know, is he? Do you know if Marcus is an FM or an IM?
I think he's an, yeah, I'm not sure.
I'm going to check that in the background. Anyway, he's won very quickly.
Decoder wants the link, Natasha.
Sorry?
Decoder wants the link.
Ah, yes, let me do that. Okay.
Decoder.
You can see Jonah Willow while I'm finding against King E2 versus Boncloud.
You don't play King E2 against the Boncloud. King E2 is the Boncloud.
That's his name forever and ever, that person.
Yes.
There you go, Decoder. You should have the link now.
So, not showing Jonah Willow any respect there.
No.
Didn't play the Boncloud.
Trompowsky attack.
Yeah. So I guess, well, White should be trying to do something clever, really, but I'm not sure. Is it really possible? Knight F4. Just D takes C5, I suppose, really. Or maybe you could throw in a Queen A4 check then. Then Bishop D7. Looks like any attempt to be clever is maybe not going to work. Knight D5, just maybe Knight D5, then D takes C5. A little bit risky. But,
what would you use? Black Knight, Bishop takes F3. You could.
Sorry, after
Knight D5, or just move the Queen, huh?
Just move the Queen, I think, because Bishop F3, I just go Queen F3, which has probably sort of helped somehow.
Yeah.
But yeah, Knight D5, I don't know, Queen D7, maybe you could even go Knight E5 then, actually. I mean, not really playing for an advantage, you're just playing for, bragging rights that you weren't worse from the opening. So this is
what I wanted to say about Jonah Willow is he just last weekend won the 4NCL over the board competition. He did very well.
Yeah, very good result. Some good strong GMs in that field who struggled a bit against all the juniors.
Yeah.
So is Jonah going to go kingside? I guess he is. Sometimes I forget that's legal nowadays. Bishop C4 might be a little bit irritating from White, just threatening Knight G6. So it's not an easy position for Black this, but I think maybe Bishop D6 would be a good move here. Get out of the possible fork with Knight D3 and just attack that pawn on H2. It's not. It's a bit. Yeah, no, it's not bad for Black, but it's a little bit uncomfortable. Maybe after G3, which is natural, maybe you go Queen G5 or something, and try and put a knight on E5, and maybe claim there that you've managed to get some control.
Yeah.
But not 100% easy. But if you look at the time situation, then
yeah, Jonah's ahead on the clock.
Obviously,
gosh, his rating, by the way, did you notice that? 2709.
That's a pretty good rating. That for Blitz rating, very good. Yeah, I mean, our juniors are pretty strong, really.
Yep.
Especially at this type of chess. Really, really good. So White's spending an awful lot of time here, wondering why his king isn't on e2, presumably. So Queen h3, that doesn't feel like that's really achieving anything. Bishop d3. Key. No real threats yet. I mean, a move like Queen g5 looks very normal now. Queen e3. Well, oh, Queen e3. Okay, I was thinking Queen e3. We might go Rook f3, but okay, this loses a piece now. Bishop f4. But White's just too short of time, really. I mean, that's you couldn't really do anything here with Black. But oh, that's a strange move. Bishop, yeah, just Bishop f6. You know, just Bishop f6, Knight e5. No need to do anything strange or silly. But I suppose
he's trying for
Rook d1, Rook d2, maybe.
Yeah, check and swap the rooks. Oh, not swap the rooks.
Okay, now swap the rooks. Yeah, it's just completely won this.
Yeah.
Bishop b2. Just attacking pawns. Swapping off. And yeah, this is just going to be one.
I'm going to switch games because it's...
Yeah, no, it's not.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, Marcus Harvey is in a rook and pawn ending against Gunslinger. I have a feeling I should know who Gunslinger is. Jonathan Blackburn.
Oh, did they exchange off rooks there, I would have thought. What's happening after rook c7? Or are you going rook a1? Is that the idea? Maybe that... Ooh, that's a bit risky. Takes rook a3, I suppose rook f3. I suppose sort of, yeah, I mean, that's a tricky tricky ending, this one. I mean, I could just take and go rook d8 as well, but I suppose you'll just go rook f1 or king f2. Tricky, very tricky. c5. Slightly, I think you could have didn't. It's not 100% easy to know what White's doing here. Oh, rook d8 now. Rook d8. You're quite strong, actually.
Okay.
But, okay. Rook, yeah, king f5 now, I think.
Yeah, f5, yeah.
You must be a bit better here with White. Decent chances, I think. So, okay, but king e5. I just go king e5 now. d3, rook d5, and this is going to be winning now. Because you just go c5, c6. Tricky. This was a tricky ending. Really difficult to play with no time.
Yeah.
But now just completely winning now. c5. Simply. c5, c6. Oh, looks like they almost look like their time froze somehow. But c6 now. c6 has rook h5, so maybe rook d5 first actually would be better. But this is also good, of course.
Hi, Mark. Double bomb cloud. Bong squall. Bong squall.
Ha! It's funny, in the good old days, they would just resign an ending like this. But nowadays, you have to win them all. And then you suddenly find that not quite as easy as you thought.
Ooh. Can't Black take.
No, that's fine. But e6 or king f5 was actually probably even better. But this one is winning. You're going to build a bridge.
Yes, the Lucina position.
You know it.
I do. I actually do.
So, yeah.
Okay, well done, Marcus Harvey. Okay, let's see Rock Troll. Who is Tristan Cox against Christopher Lewis 2.
So Rock Troll we know is Mr. Knight h8. keep on saying this story, but played a brilliant game in the British Online Championships 2020.
Yes.
Playing from Vietnam, so 2 o'clock in the morning, and he found the incredible winning move, knight h8, in a mating attack.
And it's probably 2 o'clock in the morning now for Rock Troll.
Exactly.
If not later. In fact, I'm going to just look up time now in Vietnam.
He's a little bit worse here against Christopher Lewis. Obviously, double pawns and, well, very hard to do very much, to be honest. And I mean, probably it's really White who could be claiming to playing for a win here, maybe with. Oh
no, it's not even 2 a.m. yet. It's only 1:45.
Oh. That wasn't a bad move. Oh, I thought White was maybe going to go b4 and a4, but it looks like he's sort of settling for a draw. But Rock Troll. What is Rock Troll doing? My goodness. Oh, I think White could have maybe thought about playing b4 and a4, or maybe should do it now, because the king's totally misplaced on the king side, really. I think Rock Troll's aiming for king f6 and then looking to bring his knight in. But
doesn't he want to go king f6, king g5, king f4, or king h4?
We're going a4. And we're going that's slightly, our plan is slightly more convincing, but you're absolutely right. It looks right. Like that is what Rock Troll is aiming for. Oh, now knight b6 is going to be a bit of a dilemma, I have to say. Oh,
lucky
knight
Rock
b6 would have won on the spot there, but okay, now yeah, well, this is just a draw at most for White. So amazing how it goes in Blitz, and of course Black's got 2 minutes more on the clock. So knight c4. Yeah, I think maybe you should just go back to e4 here, I think. But yeah, knight d7, probably something like that. Maybe this is
maybe we just take the g pawn as well.
Yeah, but the e5 pawn's going to go. It's going to be unfortunately quite tricky to okay, so Rock Troll's going for this one. That's a bit of a strange thing to do, actually. Maybe he's just gambling. He's just gambling that White won't take on e5, I think, because knight e5 is just a draw. Oh, bishop e5. Okay, well, but this is a, yeah, okay. It just means that Rock Troll can keep this going for longer, because, I mean, king g4, you're not going to lose, and you've got pawns, so...
You could lose with a bishop and knight still on the board, just about.
Well, bishop and knight versus knight is a draw.
You're not going to, no, yeah.
No, so but I mean, I'm thinking of the time situation. I mean, you know.
Yeah. Oh yes, you're absolutely right.
So I mean, it's not okay. H5, knight e5 check would have been very simple, but oh god, this is h4 now.
Yeah.
Got to be very careful here now. Bishop b6, h3. Okay, but yeah. Oh my goodness, Rock Troll is going to win.
Rock Troll is.
Rock Troll. Rock Troll.
Okay.
There we are.
Let's see. Eden Hazard. We would see Eden Hazard, but he's not got a game going right this second. What about Livy 2020?
Livy 2020. Didn't we see Livy 2020 during the online British Championship?
Maybe. I think it's Olivia. It's a Wales flag, so I think it's probably Olivia Smith.
So which way are the pawns going? Okay, they're going because we're seeing it from the black side, aren't we here?
Yeah, it is. It's Women's FIDE Master Olivia Smith.
Okay, so this is just a draw then. So nothing to be done. Livy offered a draw.
Okay.
And it's a draw.
Right. Let's see. Natpal.
Natpal, who's doing really well at the end of the 50 seconds plus one second bullet. Dum, 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 dum. So, yeah, I mean, knight b6 would be a bit of an irritating move to allow, I think. So you should just snap that off with bishop. Ooh, okay. I would really have snapped that off with But I guess, oh no, queen a5 now wins a pawn.
Oh, yes.
That's a bit careless. You really did need to play knight b6 first, really, if you wanted to do that. But okay, that's been allowed. So knight b6 now. Oh, okay. Well, queen a5 allows knight b6. That wins the queen now. So you can't take on a5 anymore. But more pleasant position for white, this really. I mean, a knight on g5 is quite strong. This queen d4 is quite annoying. Maybe you should just go king g8 and just, get out of that diagonal, because it's just going to cause problems in the end. But king g8, knight b6, I mean, not going to be 100% easy really for black to get free. So
I like that queen there and d4.
Bishop a4, that is possible. Always, when you get the bishop pair, you're always, or when you get the bishop, you're always slightly happy. And the bishop on e2 is not doing such a bad job. Yeah, so I guess we could just go rook b4 here, simply. I don't think, you didn't really need to take that, because queen d4 cd would be very nice for white. So,
can't we just win the c pawn with f4?
Got to watch out for knight d3, I suppose, but that is going to come in the end, I think. I think maybe white's definitely going for that, but going for it in maybe in a slightly calmer way. F4 is now looking very tempting, because but okay, white's just playing it very calmly. So I think F4 is probably coming in next. Then you're just going to lose the pawn. Question is whether you can do anything sneaky to get counterplay, like, I don't know, knight g4 check, and then after king d4, then e5. That might be something. But I mean, rook a4 would be a very sensible thing to do as well. I was kind of expecting f6 from black to try and play g5, but okay, now white should. Okay, white's not even playing f4.
Already, yes.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
So one pawn up.
We'll go g3 now, I guess. So because I don't think you want to allow that king to go into f4. Ooh, I think king f4.
Okay.
I don't think you should have done that. I don't think. Oh, okay, b5. Or we could just take that now, and then we go g3. Or we go. Do we take
Maybe
it?
don't take it, right? Because the b pawn will be on.
Yeah. I think it's probably more important to b4 is a bit of a funny move as well, because now c4 is very strong. Okay, but we just go king d4 here now. We're threatening e5. We're threatening. We can simply go king c3 and rook a3 actually to pick up the pawn.
That's the same trick as we got the c pawn with.
Indeed, yeah. Just a bad day. Oh, good lord, that's just losing a tempo now. So king c3.
Yeah.
And then rook a3. Oh, that's very safe. e5. Okay, king c3 now. Yeah, there we are. b7. Okay, rook a3. It's a little bit more tricky, because now you can go rook e7, and after king d4, you'll go rook b7. But I guess we can just go e5 check. This is probably the right spirit. Yeah, e5. I mean, this is just really, really good. All these passed pawns, rook f1 now. You're not going to be able to hold this. Not with an increment as well.
Are really good, aren't they, in the rook and pawn endings?
Well played, White. Well played, Nat Paul, keeping on the good form.
Let's see, Happy Harby.
Happy Harby. Who would Happy Harby be?
I have a feeling I should know that as well.
He's playing King e2 versus Boncloud, who again has not put his king on e2.
There's a picture of Happy Harby, but I'm not sure who it is.
Putting the king on e2 when you're black is not easy, but still, his name does you know, it sort of gives certain expectations, really.
Yep.
£95. So I guess we're looking for rook d8. Oh, pardon me. And then knight takes c4 check. So I suppose rook d8 here is sensible. Because if rook e4 to stop knight c4, we've got knight d3. Yeah, knight d3 is very strong here.
Oh gosh.
Rook e6 and then knight takes c5 check. Knight c5 check rather. That's not as strong because we can go rook d4. Or even rook f4. That's a big missed opportunity there for. Oh, good lord! Well, you go from better to better to lost in no time.
All right, Alex the Peaceful.
Alex the Peaceful should be making draws.
Queen and Pawns, who I think is Jude Shearsby.
Oh, that's right. Bit of a wild position, but Black actually doing pretty well here. Alex the Peaceful, you'd expect him to be making draws all the time, but he's in real danger of winning this one, I think. Because after Queen h1, what do you do with white? Natasha, tell me.
Oh, I see. Yes, you go after Queen h1. You have to move your king, don't you?
Yeah, I think you have to go king c2. Then we'll take on a1, and then maybe you should go queen b4 and try and play on the dark squares. That's probably the most sensible. That's for a blitz game. That's still got a reason. Oh no! Just queen e4 now. You're just you've got to sacrifice. You've got to go queen c2, queen takes b4, and then just go for it really, because this is not.
Yeah.
As a physics teacher, one of my physics teachers used to say to me, "Wrap your knuckles, wrap your knuckles." I was not very good at physics.
No.
I never got the point. That was the thing. I mean, some subjects you just, some subjects you're good at because you they mean something to you, and then some subjects don't mean anything to you, but you just for your school anyway. You're decent, and that was always maths for me. And then
I like physics, and I got 96% in physics in it was approximately O levels, maybe the year before that. And my teacher did not give me an A for my 96% exam grade. And she sort of said it was more or less I'd get too arrogant if she gave me
that one
like that. I always thought it was quite a modest schoolgirl, but no.
Yeah, well, that was the point. Couldn't run the risk of you feeling pleased with yourself for having made 96%. I mean, God forbid, what would happen if if a girl student was pleased about herself?
Well, that's true.
Yeah, no, I had that a few times with stuff. That people say, no, we're not going to give him a prize because otherwise he'll get too big-headed. And you sort of think, well, I have earned.
It's not very motivational, is it? Yeah.
No. I mean, everyone needs motivation. Whether school, whether you're doing well at school, or whether you're doing less well. I mean, everyone needs some motivation, and you need to work out stuff to motivate students who are struggling, but you also need to to motivate students who are doing well. I think it's. But yeah, physics was one of the subjects that I didn't get and I wasn't good at. So we kept on doing the stuff with waves, and all I ended up was getting wet. I didn't really understand what on earth I was supposed to be looking at. It was,
right, a bird's opening against Keith Arkle.
A bird's opening. Now, Natasha, give us the lowdown on the latest theory.
Well, I know the 20-year-old theory.
Well, okay, that's good enough.
Yeah, I used to, for black against the birds, I used to quite like just c6 kind of openings, because you'd get these, and you could even then just develop like your e pawn, get the bishop out on c5, knight on f6, and it was always annoying for white. And you'd sometimes lose that pawn on b2 a bit later if they'd do like these queen b6 checks on you. I think maybe one of the Kurtz did that on me one time.
But white has avoided this by going, whoa, knight e5. That is an amazing move. Now, h3 would not be the way to carry on here. Oh, queen h4 check. I would have delayed queen h4 check because there might have been some. But
ooh. Ooh.
And this is Keith playing.
Actually, black can do something with this. Oh, of course, it's Keith.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, now Keith. All this queen h4 check, castling queenside. But when Keith gets offered the chance to swap off queens, he does. Of course, he does.
Of course, he swap queens.
He wouldn't have had it any other way. So, and black is
trying to tempt d4, at which point knight e3 check.
Exactly. But I'm wondering about bishop e3 here, actually.
Oh, I see. Yeah, just getting rook and 2 pawns for the
probably not. I mean, it's just I just think about it because the engines do this a lot, and it's they seem to really make well, they judge this incredibly well, and it's a sort of move that as a human you sort of think, oh no, I can't give away material like that, but the engines often find quite interesting ways to play.
Yeah,
not going to be easy for Keith to break down this one, I have to say. Especially if white goes h4.
But if he wants to, he's always got knight d4 taking it into rook and pawn endgame.
Indeed.
Ooh, interesting. So he's got knight e3 at the end if he wants.
The rook and pawn ending. Ooh,
yeah.
I think that Keith is thinking that he's going to have b5 to break things open now. Is what I think Keith is thinking.
c5.
T1. This does not look very.
It's probably not his favorite rook and pawn ending of all time.
Yeah, I don't really know how black's going to do very much. A5 would be quite interesting. Would quite okay here, I think. Also, well, I mean, AB is possible too, but whoa, okay.
He's gonna if white goes d6. Keith will just bring his king around to e6, I think.
Yeah, this is why white's gone rook e6, but this is maybe not. Let's have a look. Is he going rook e6? No, he's going rook e5, I suppose. Quite sharp. Rook takes h5. Rook e6. Keith's looking to go rook e4. The white king's a little bit in a box. That's the big problem. But if you go rook e4, I'll go h5. I mean, this is risky. h5 now. Rook g6, it's a possible.
Would you go forwards with your king here?
I would think so, king d5. But, rook g5. You should push the h-pawn. Good lord. Just go for it. Oh, this is not good. You're just wasting time here. I mean, you could have been way ahead with that h pawn. Now the b pawn's faster. Well, fast. Rook e7 now. Yeah, this is not going to turn out well now. Oh, good lord.
Because white's king can't get into it at all now.
No, that was always the problem. That's why you needed to push that h-pawn very quickly, And if you push the h-pawn quickly...
Hi, Loz has joined the chat just in time to see Keith doing a rook and pawn ending.
Yay! Hey, Loz!
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday to you!
Well done, Keith. Okay. Are you actually playing, Loz? Because we'll look at your game if you are. I don't see you playing it. I think you're watching, in which case we will see Eden Hazard.
Oh, great. So let's have a look. It's Queen H5 check. Oh, that was the move. Okay. Well, now it's just a sort of a Staunton, normal Staunton now. So white's basically a pawn down. Okay. So it's against Nat Paul. Nat Paul's doing very well at the moment. So so yeah, I mean, black is essentially just a pawn up here with the two bishops. But king side.
What's been your favourite game so far, Matthew?
Sorry?
What's been your favourite game so far?
Oh, good lord. I think Nat Paul's played some good games, actually. I mean, they've been good fights, actually. So any games of Nat Paul's have been, I think, have been my favourites so far. I mean, Marcus Harvey, we've seen a couple of times. He's just looked very strong, which he is, of course. And I think Nat Paul's doing very, very nicely. Both, you know, in the 50-second one event and in this one as well. It is really hot, Lawrence. I hope your dad's fine. That's
yeah.
Were you taking him to the hospital today? Were you taking him to the hospital today, Lawrence? Was that? Because I saw your Facebook post about looking for transport and all that. It's so okay, but it's always the same. You know, whatever you do with white and these sort of gambits, you always get some sort of play. But Queen E7 to G7 is a good one, because I think because if you go Queen H4, then A3 might be just really annoying, because you just can't defend it really. So and I don't think there's very much danger really on the king side yet. So A3 would be a very bishop C3. That's not good. Oh, that was your big advantage, the bishop pair. And now white's got decent compensation. Just double up on the E file. Rook E3. Rook E3, in we go.
Do you think Max learnt this opening from Richard?
Well, I guess it doesn't. It helps having a dad who knows this stuff, doesn't it? Must do. It's I would have gone Rook E3 there, but because you know the rook might come over to G3 or something like that. But yeah, right plan is to double on the E file. This is going to be a bit annoying for black, actually. I'd probably go Rook A7 to F7 would be my approach, and then.
Hi, Professor T.
Professor T. Is that like Mr. T, who then went to university?
Could be.
Did you watch the
Might
A-Team?
be Professor in T.
Indeed. Did you watch the A-Team when you were younger, Natasha?
No, I didn't. But
oh my goodness! You mean you can't even recite the opening credits to the A-Team? Oh dear me, that is shocking. You crazy fool! I love it when a plan comes together. You must know that one.
I've heard you sing that before.
Oh, my goodness me.
So that's quite compact from black.
Indeed, that was
Queen and two rooks.
This has been very good, but I mean, still, you just can't got a PA, Baracus. That's perfect, Percy. That is absolutely perfect.
Very good guitar man.
It's if you have a problem, if no one else can help, then if you can find them, maybe you can hire the A-Team. Dun, 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 dun. No, it doesn't ring a bell, Natasha?
Oh yeah, no, yes, it does.
Okay. I was going to say, please, you can't be completely without culture.
Oh, Dakota's amazed. Dakota, you're probably too young for the A team. No idea. He has no idea what you're singing.
Yeah, just Google the A team.
I'm not surprised, Dakota. You got to keep it that way.
Just Google the A team Dakota, and then you'll be hooked. It was all, they always had these. So the lovely thing about these programs was that they're all very structured. So it always started out that somebody was in trouble and was getting, they were getting beaten up or something by some nasty people. Then they called in the A team, and the A team sorted it out. Then the nasty people came back with more nasty people, and then the A team were imprisoned or something. But then, for reasons unknown, they were always left alone for 10 hours or something, with an amazing set of implements with which they build some incredible, an armored truck or something, and then they'd escape, and then they'd beat everyone up, and then the leader of the gang, Hannibal, he'd say, "I love it when a plan comes together." And they were really known for they had these incredible fight sequences where they're punching each other, but nobody ever got a red mark on their face or anything. It was always it was fantastic. I loved it as a kid. I really did. The other one, of course, is Knight Rider. Natasha's looking so blank. With Kit, the car that jumped and had that red line in the front.
Sorry to interrupt. Queen E1 and
G3 was maybe
G3.
possible. Yeah, that was actually very strong there, Natasha. But getting back to important things.
Yes, back to Knight Rider.
David Hasselhoff was who did Baywatch later. He was Michael Knight. So and he was the guy who was driving the car. So it's
Guitar Man knows what you're talking about.
Thank goodness there is a man of culture in the chat. Thank goodness, because this is very important stuff. I would even recommend it to our kids. No point in studying the Najdorf. Indeed. Yeah, I always thought David Hasselhoff was pretty good, and then things. I don't know. Well, I think I was too young to enjoy Baywatch. I think it was probably more for a slightly older audience, it must be said.
Wasn't it for teenage boys?
Yeah, but I was a very young teenage boy. I was more into chess and
stuff,
gadgets and that sort of thing. So but it was very good.
Goodness. Is Rock Troll in the lead now?
Rock Troll in the lead.
Let's see Rock Troll.
Sorry, this may be very annoying to everyone watching, but I'm afraid it's just going to happen for the whole stream.
It's going to happen. Nothing to be done.
But this is actually quite awkward for Rock Troll.
Abe has said showing our age now, man.
Oh my goodness me! Indeed, must be said. Oh, this is actually not bad for Rock Troll. This is not going well at all. Even Rock Troll won't be able to swindle this one, I'm afraid.
And Mark's saying, do you know Carol Fialka's song?
Hey Matthew, which reference? I don't know that. Good Lord.
You got to look that one up.
I've got to look that one up.
Okay.
Hard luck, Rock Troll.
I'm going to check in on Marcus Harvey against Keith.
Oh,
big game.
Interesting. Big game, this one. So Marcus has got a nice pawn structure. Keith's got doubled A pawns. It's very rare to see Keith with a damaged pawn structure like that. But we have to say that the pawn on B7 is quite weak, and that bishop on G2 is cutting across the board. So Yeah, unclear what's going to happen there. I mean, are you going to go rook a7 or something? Then Keith might just go rook b6. Yeah, knight b5. This is attacking a3.
Ooh.
Wow, that happened. That has happened. I was talking about these sacrifices before. Rook c1.
You were just a second.
This knight on a3 is very unpleasantly placed. It's not won yet because rook c3. I can go knight b1, but it's a bit uncomfortable for black. This, I mean, in principle, white's going to go f3 and e4. Ah, that's a good move. That is a good move. But I think we could probably go
because now, if anything comes,
we could go f3 anyway. Actually, we could have gone f3 anyway. Bishop f3 and then rook c3. That would have won the knight. So, okay, f3 now. Ah, well done, Keith. Keith was just repeating for dramatic effect.
Yes.
So,
so what happens if you take it just rook c3?
Wins the knight there.
Wins the knight, yes.
Did you watch the Dukes of Hazzard, Natasha?
No, I didn't watch any of these shows at all.
Just the good old boys, never meaning no harm. All you ever saw, been in trouble with the law since the day they was born. I'm just showing off now. So, but I always remember that I tried to say to your son, there was some sort of drink or something, and I was saying these are the words, and he said no, they're not, and then proceeded to recite them perfectly. Yes, no, it was.
Well done him. Gosh.
So it was, and I was really shocked because it was an advert from the 1980s. I didn't understand how your son could possibly know that, but he really did. But fantastic memory, of course. Yeah, this is looking like Keith is winning this game. So how is the tournament going then, Natasha? This is the important thing because this could be a big game in the tournament. Yeah. Rocktroll really made a big lead there. Yeah, I need a refresh, probably.
I've now
yes, no, I understand. Personally, I do understand. Indeed.
Any viewers there? Just you're watching it now from the other angle, which gives you a whole new kind of angle on the position, doesn't it?
Indeed. Yeah, no, I didn't understand why they couldn't open a car door either, though. That was. I must say, I will confess it now, because there's not too many viewers, but I was in love with Daisy Duke. That was. I was also in love with Bonnie, I think, who was the techie girl in Knight Rider who looked after the car. That was. But Daisy Duke, then Duke boys. Oh God, I would go on and on and on about it, but well, I already am, of course. But Natasha looking so blank that it's not.
What was I watching around about that? I would watch.
What would you watch? What? There was nothing else on television. There was only that, Natasha.
I used to watch Countdown all the time.
Oh. I used to watch it in France, actually, in French, Les Chiffres et les Lettres. That's where it originally came from. And oh no! Oh, Keith, how could you? It's still okay. I think it's still sort of okay, but this is way riskier than it needs to be. Oh, Keith. But I think Keith has got plenty of time. I think that was the problem. Actually, he probably had too much time. But it should still be fine. I think King C7 is just winning here. Rook B8. Oh no, Rook D6 isn't right. That's not going to go well. I think we probably needed to go to A3, H5. Yeah, this is going to be winning. You're not going to stop that. You just move the king away somewhere. So yeah, that's good. It was a bit of a strange way to finish it off, but good enough. Keith had done all the hard work already.
And Blackadder, I used to watch. I used to really like that.
Sorry, what was that, Natasha?
Blackadder. Did you ever watch Blackadder?
Oh, Blackadder, yeah, but that's just a classic. That's a classic.
Okay.
Did you ever watch Neighbours or Home and Away?
Yeah, these ones I did for a little while. Well, yeah, because my parents are Australian, so Neighbours was quite nice.
This is a funny one. Stephen Woodhouse trying to win this one against... no, that's not going to win, though. Well done, Mary Poppies. Or actually, well done, Stephen, who's black. So it's getting confusing. The boards keep on swapping. So what's the tournament score, Natasha? Sorry, I've...
So we have Rock Troll in the lead, followed by Half Price
again.
Jonah Willow.
Jonah Willow, Alex the Peaceful, Marcus Harvey, there, Keith Huckle. Wow.
I think we haven't checked in on Half Price at this time, Control.
Let's have a look.
So
you are right, Wolfenia. There are lots of cunning clans on this channel.
Yeah, that was Baldrick, wasn't it?
That was Baldrick. I have a cunning clan. Unfortunately, I mean, it was a fantastic episode, but you know, the last episode of Blackadder, of course, was the World War I one, where well, everyone got killed in the end, and a very, very moving episode, but obviously quite somber. And unfortunately, my dad was in hospital at the time for an operation, and I said to him, "Look, right. You know, he was obviously there was a night before, and he was a bit worried. So I said, "Look, just watch Blackadder, and that'll cheer you up." And you know, I watched it at home, and I thought, "What have I done?" You know, it's it was no, terrible, really terrible. That was you just, I mean, you couldn't have any idea, of course, but oh my goodness.
Mark's got all of Blackadder on DVD.
Actually, one thing that I got on DVD a while back, and that's really fantastic, is Jeeves and Wooster. Oh, that's brilliant. That is fantastic.
I like that now. I didn't watch it at the time, and then you told me about it, and I watched.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. It is just lovely. I mean, you know, that sort of stuff that you can, that you know, 10 years from now you can still laugh at it, and it's not sort of dependent on culture or on, you know, anything specific. It's just funny, you know, and that is very nice. So Half Price doing very nicely here. The bishop on a3, of course, is appalling. So and it's not getting out anytime soon, really. Only thing you've got to be a little bit careful about is if white goes something like bishop a4 or bishop a6, that you don't allow b5. But I mean, we've also got this move knight f3 check coming in, which is going to be quite awkward. Queen g5 as well.
Queen g5, yeah, that's one.
Just a horrible position for white, this one. 69 minutes to go. Queen h5, doesn't that allow rook takes d5? I think it does.
Yes, it does.
So that does not improve the position.
Okay, let's see Jonah. Taking on English Chess Federation non-executive director Stephen Woodhouse.
Yeah, Mark. Yeah, I mean, Hugh Laurie is really amazing. I mean, my favorite song of his was his "I'm in Love with Steffi Graf." So the key line to it was, and when she hits that topspin second serve, I think I know the meaning now of love. So it was a wonderful song. It's really fantastic. But yeah, I mean, you know, he's produced records. You know, just he's you know, he can play all sorts of instruments as well. I mean, really amazingly talented guy. Just incredible. I mean, he's you know, he's you know, produced you know, music record with his own band. Obviously, comedian. I mean, fantastic actor. He's also written a novel, which was quite funny as well. You know, just really amazing. You really wonder how people like that get to do so much. So, what's happening here? Are we just going to take a draw here, or is Jonah going to try and do? Jonah's going for it. This is very risky, I can tell you. For the moment, Black's just content to.
Yeah, Jonah's going to try and get this a-pawn, past a-pawn, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, actually, is he going c5 now? Actually,
because now you can go king into g5 in a moment.
I think he's going c5 now, maybe.
Okay.
He's going to take and go. Is he going c5 now? No, just going king g5. C5, A, B, C6 was not stupid, you know. But probably losing, I imagine.
Oh,
yeah, you're a bit worse here, but oh no, you're not. Sorry, you're picking up the c4 pawn, but yeah. How's that going? King d5, king d3, king d4, king a5, king c5, a4, b6, a5, c6, a3, a2. Yeah, it's a win. It's a win. Oh no! King c5 was surely the way to go. But okay, no, it's still fine.
He's done it. He's done it still.
Good. I'm just. Oh, that's a strange one.
I would have just.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. There are many ways to do it, but well played. But very good resistance, Stephen Woodhouse. That's against a very high-rated player there.
All right. Let's see. Queens and pawns.
Oh, how to get better at evaluating positions. Sorry, Mr. T. I did indeed miss that. Evaluating positions. Trying to think whether there's any good books for training that. I mean, I think that the secret to evaluating positions well is to have quite a big reservoir of knowledge of the clangers in the background of knowledge of typical structures. I think that's very important. I think the more typical structures the easier you find it to assess positions, because you've got just a big reservoir of knowledge that helps you. I mean, to be honest, anyone struggles to assess a non-standard position, but it's just reassess your chess. There's also an interesting book by a guy called Marcelo Ruiz for quality chess, which is something like typical chess structures or something like that. And that's a really good one to learn lots of to build up lots of basic knowledge about all sorts of structures. How to play Maroczy binds and how to play minority attacks. Although for that one you could probably read both Game Changer and Chess for Life, of course. That would be even better. But actually, this is going to get a bit dangerous, because G3 we've got Rook H6.
Ooh.
So that's actually quite unpleasant there. Something's gone a bit wrong there for White. I think Queen B1 was wrong. Rook B1 was better. But I would definitely, those sort of books would be very good. And
move our rook out the way.
Yeah, we have to. But it's going to be it's a bit unnecessarily complicated. It should have just been a piece up, really. Yeah, minority attacks. Watch Keith. I mean, the other good thing.
Games, absolutely.
The good thing is simply to in certain openings as well, just pick a good player, like for the Leningrad Dutch you used to pick, or for the English actually used to pick Mickey Gurevich all the time. Who knew his stuff really well. For Rai Lopez, you picked Dorfman or someone. These you just pick your players who are really good in the opening, and then just see which positions they like. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's all about building up a reservoir of knowledge, and then that helps you, assess positions. You can't do it just from zero, basically. So it's what the Russians used to call chess culture, really, I suppose. And that really is very important. Gets a bit forgotten, I think, nowadays. With computers and everything like that. But it's very, very important.
What about Queen B4 here?
Yeah, you sneaky tactician, you. That was possible too. Well, I mean, we could go H6 maybe, or maybe even C5. I'm not sure. But this actually, this is getting a little bit irritating for White. Just, I mean, to be honest, I'm not sure that White should rush with Rook F2. You might just want to go King F7 and then G5, H5, H4, because it's quite hard to Yeah, exactly. Ullman and Berg.
Hi, Raylin.
Hey, Raylin. Ullman and Berg, definitely really good for the French. That's exactly who you need to be looking at. King D2, Queen F3. No, I would just King D3. I would just go G5 or something, and just try and push that H pawn. That's got to be because after King D3, what are you going to do? If you go Queen D2, I go Queen E4 mate. So just wait, let it happen. No, you didn't need to do it, because White wasn't even threatening E4. So because I then got Rook D1 check. So you could just wait for it. Because now we go king b2. No. King b3 maybe. Still awkward, but I don't know. I would prefer just to wait there. Oh, king c2. Was that played?
No, it's king b3.
Can you hear me properly, by the way? Is the microphone all right there?
Yeah, no, I can hear you fine.
Okay, it's a brand new microphone, so
yes.
And I got it, and I thought the buttons haven't got any markings or anything. It was just all blank. So I was thinking they sent me the wrong microphone. Curses! I'm going to have to order it again. But then you switch on, and then there all sorts of lights appear. So there's no markings on it at all. It's all with lights and everything. It's really cool. No, it's really cool. But I was very close to to sending it back and complaining about it. So this is very, very.
Hi, Martin.
C takes d5. I mean, you could just go queen takes d5, I suppose. And just how many pawns have you got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 to 5. But it's it's not quite what you want. But this is not really. It's not really working for. I mean, in principle, this should just be very good for white. I mean, maybe, yeah. Maybe king a4 was to go king b5 would have been very good. Oh, that's also very a good idea.
I guess Rock Troll. So Rock Troll, who's black.
Oh no!
I was going to say leading the tournament, so this is an important.
I hadn't realised Rock Troll was black. It's
yes.
Oh dear me. Well. Rock Troll swindling away there, as we know it.
Probably it's 2 a.m. for both players because it's Hong Kong against Vietnam.
Good Lord. Look, f4 will be a good move here. Yeah, this is very bad for white here. Really passive rook. But white fighting. King f5 now is quite nice. Oh, d4, a little bit risky. Didn't need to do that really. Just I think just king f5 would have been waiting and would have been very strong. This is still very good. I mean, black just problem is white's going to have to. Yeah, white's going to have to do something, but it's not going to be easy. Like a local derby, indeed. So. Yeah, probably rook h5 now would be a good move to. Ooh, why are we giving away our h pawn? Ooh, but I guess that's probably good, isn't it? Oh, that's not a good move. Oh, e4. I would have gone. I thought c4 maybe. A couple of days on the ship, indeed. So, but this is a very good rook ending, especially now you've got that pawn. I think not d3, not d3, not d3.
D4 could lose.
Okay, this should also be good. King e3. Yeah. What are we going to do, Natasha?
We're going to build a bridge.
Oh, I think we might well even need it actually. Oh, we're not going to need it at all. Isambard, Kingdom, Brunel will not be called upon. Rook takes b2 now. There well. You don't want to go into queen versus rook. That would be unnecessarily tricky. Oh, so Rock Troll going to show that he can win with.
Rock Troll can do this.
I think Rock Troll can do it too, even at 2 a.m. in the morning.
Very good. Okay, who shall we see now?
Hey, Martin. Good luck for the shogi tomorrow, Martin. We're going to be playing at the same time. So Martin and I are playing for Great Britain team against Japan in shogi, which could be a tough one. So I'm playing Green Cat, who has a picture of a green cat as his avatar, and Martin's playing a strong player as well. So I think Green Cat will be a bit confused if he looks at my recent shogi games because I played all of his openings.
Okay.
It's always the way that I try and prepare for my shogi games. Actually, I just play some games playing the openings of my opponents. So I find a very useful way to prepare. So I might try it in chess sometime as well, actually.
Yeah.
Although in shogi it's slightly easier. Shogi, the decoder. So Japanese
chess. Shogi's Japanese chess. When we see you on Sunday, we'll show you all about it. Maybe.
It's fantastic decoder. It really is a lovely game.
It's very tactical. It's like a bit like exchange chess, but just on one board, and every game ends in a checkmate.
And the nice thing about it, decoder, is that the pieces that you capture, they become part of your army that you can use to attack. So, for example, if you take the opponent's rook, then it's your rook, and you can throw it into the attack. So it is a wonderful game. It really is great. So I'm not very good at it, but I still enjoy losing. So and because the nice thing about shogi is that it doesn't matter really what strength you are. At some time, you're going to get a beautiful mate that just yeah, definitely. It gives you a lot of ideas for chess as well, I have to say, decoder. So I definitely recommend taking a quick look at it. So, oh, actually, was that King E7?
Yeah.
My goodness, that's really risky. So we're going Rook E7 now. So definitely not worse anymore. Yeah, it's true, Martin. I agree. I mentioned it to we mentioned it to Vladimir Kramnik once, but he didn't seem so keen on playing a game where he wouldn't be the best at it. That was the thing, and I think that's maybe something that chess players have quite strongly. Just but I think it's just I think it's just lovely. It's I think during my I must confess that during my professional career I never looked at stuff like that because I was afraid it would confuse me. That I'd get mixed up with the pieces. And looking back, I think that was rubbish, really. But
I suppose you did have to focus when you were pro.
Yeah, no, it was quite. I did take it quite seriously, but stuff like that. Sometimes it's not bad to give yourself a different viewpoint on something. Just a fresh way of looking at stuff. And definitely, with some of the shogi things, you definitely think with some attacks that you play in chess, then you think, oh yeah, shogi attack. And it's. You've got to watch out playing too many games. You play Chinese chess as well, which has got slightly different rules. Again, that starts getting a bit confusing, I think. But just shogi would be pretty good, really. Oh, this is very nice for white. So looks like, is it Trekker 1, 2, 3?
Yes.
Excellent. Rock Troll's still up there, but half price is catching up.
I'm going to just press refresh in case I check them up to date. So Rock Troll's in the lead. Oh gosh, it's very close. 9.5 out of 10 for Rock Troll, 9 out of 11 for Jonah. Let's see Rock Troll again, because that game we looked at before, Rock Troll was worse, wasn't he? Until he won the bishop.
Indeed. Here he's black and
oh, Wilsonia only plays games he's not the best at. Yeah. I suppose there are a lot of games you are the best at, Wilsonia, but you just don't play those because they're too easy, huh?
Did you, Martin? I think you played Chinese chess at the Mindsport Olympiad, didn't you? I seem to remember that. Why Bishop H7? Why did you play Bishop?
The answer to that, whether shogi is bigger than just chess in Japan. I think it's much bigger. Yeah, I think shogi's.
Yeah, funnily enough, in China, apparently, Western chess is bigger than Chinese chess. So. It's got that popular, that it's more popular. I don't know who was telling me that. I think it was a Chinese player who was telling me that. But yeah, in Japan,
it's a better game, isn't it? Western chess than Chinese chess.
Yeah,
I think. Well, in my opinion, other people might prefer.
Yeah, I tried Chinese chess. I played a little bit on Little Gollum. That's always a good place to start. Learning games. And I'm very poor at it. But but I did think it was surprisingly nice. It's a little bit odd. You've got those defensive pieces that can't attack, and your king's restricted to the same space. So, you know, from that point of view, you sort of think, frustrated rules, you know. But there's, you know, many interesting tactics with cannons and, you know, that can, and that sort of stuff. And, you know, the fact that your knights can be blocked, that you can block checks, you know, just by putting a piece in front of the knight is, you know, is quite interesting. But
yeah, it goes big in Japan too. There's this Go Center in Tokyo, and you just turn up and play. They just pair you against someone. It doesn't matter if you don't speak Japanese or anything. You just play these friendly games against them. It's really nice. And you can, and they make you cups of tea, like Japanese tea, which is important.
That's obviously why this is why you like it, Natasha.
Yep.
The world's record-breaking tea drinker.
I do like a cup of tea.
Always remember your girl saying once, "Oh, she's drinking another cup of tea." Oh, it's this is quite interesting. Queen on c6, doing a good job defending g2, but Rock Trolls was in a bit of trouble. But again, as always, he's managing to really confuse stuff. Rook g4 would be gorgeous, but it loses to Queen c8 check. I wonder, what could we do here? There must
Rook
be
d6, maybe.
Sorry?
Rook d6.
Rook d6. Well, we get hit with Queen c8 to Queen h3. That's the problem that I was a little bit wondering about. Or even yeah, gf. I can understand that move, although I'm not 100% sure about it. But it is completely logical. I'm wondering just simply about Rook takes f6. Do we have anything really good against that?
We could swap off a rook.
Yes, indeed, Asterix in Britain. That was fantastic. The only reason, Rook d3 is nasty. The only reason that Julius Caesar managed to defeat the British armies was because he launched his attack after 5 o'clock when the English were having their tea. It was fantastic. Rook d3. Oh, this is getting very fraught for.
Oh yes, because we've got Queen g4 if we want it.
Yeah, King g7. Well, Queen g4. Yeah, we go back to f8. So this could just be an inspired defense from any books for my level to improve. There's that thing on pawn structures I mentioned from Marcelo Rios. The pawn structures one. Quality Chess is a really good one, I would say. I think that's a really nice book to, and also there's if you're looking for improved endings or anything like that, then that Jesus de la Villa, 100 endings you must know or you should know. That is definitely a very good book to get. If you learn those endings, then you know your ending strength automatically improves.
And you might be young enough that you haven't yet read Bobby Fischer's 60 Memorable Games. It's an absolute classic.
That's a very nice book indeed. So Rock Troll, amazingly, he's just fighting his way through, and he's now a pawn up in this position, having been quite a few pawns down, I seem to remember. So not easy to put this one away, though. This is going to be a long and tough and arduous game, but this is very good. What Rock Troll is doing, at least getting the probably a good idea to get the rooks off. At Queen e5, Queen d6. Is that a good move? Oh yeah, Queen d7 afterwards. Yeah, okay. And we just go King f8, and now we're going to try and. I mean, you can't. Oh, watch out for Queen h8, mate.
Ooh.
Rock Troll doesn't fall for those tricks. Very nice. Very nice.
Do you think this is a win now for Rock Troll? Because bear in mind he's playing Bozzy, who was one of the people that placed in the
Yeah, this is actually, this one's got a bit tricky, funnily enough. I think you're going to have to go forwards with your king. I think you're going to have to go king g6. Oh, okay. Yeah, it was a toughie. It was a toughie. Rios, I think it's Marcelo Rios, a Chilean grandmaster. It's for quality chess. If you look at something with pawn structures, quality chess, you should be able to find it. Let me just, I'll just Google that. Rios quality chess. We see that I'm pretty sure it was. Yes,
yeah, Martin, you'd like it.
Chess Structures, a Grandmaster Guide. Yeah, Chess Structures, a Grandmaster Guide by Maurizio Rios. Sorry, Maurizio Rios.
Ooh. This is Jonah Willow's games getting excited. Jonah Willow against Half Price. It's actually one of the top games. Is getting very exciting here. With both queens were on prees.
Ooh, this is risky. This is risky though. Isn't Rook F7 check rather nasty?
Ooh, yes.
I mean, we've got Rook B7 now. I mean, Bishop F5 was also very strong as well. So, yeah, this is really horrible. I mean, maybe Queen F4 and Bishop F5 check, for example. Queen H5 check would also be quite nasty. I'm always in favour of exchanging queens in these positions with so much time.
Gosh, Half Price has managed to build up a lead on the clock as well.
Oh yeah, on the Ford chess app, that's very nice indeed. Oh, Queen D5. Why are we? Oh, that makes me annoyed. That does. So just really, there's no need to. There's no need to do this. You just simply swap off the queens, and your oodles of pawns up. It's just, you know, there's just no way. Whereas here, you're just asking black to, you know, I mean, you know, of course, it's probably not going to happen, but you're upping the chances of something going wrong, you know, just considerably. For example, if you go Rook B6. We'll go Bishop E5, Bishop E5, and now then after H3, Queen F4. Oh no! Oh, almost, no! Bishop E5 goes Queen E5, unfortunately. So, yeah, I'm sort of overdoing it really. It's but still, you get the idea, sort of. It's just always better, you know, to. Without queens, you know, so fewer things can go wrong.
Oh, it does. I was going to get excited there, but that defends the mate.
Yeah, no, it's so that's going to be a win for white. Well played, Half Price. So what's the tournament situation here? Catching up on Jonah Willow there. That was a big game.
Number 1 and 2. Jonah Willow number 1 and Half Price number 2. Let's just refresh my screen to make sure I'm up to date. Yes.
And Rock Troll on 32 as well. Queens and Pawns doing well. Look at that. Jude Shearsby.
Yeah. Should we check in on Jude then? Let's check in on Jude.
Game for a while.
Against Marcus Harvey, another big game.
So black playing a very sort of equalizing line here. Or rather white playing an equalizing line and black also going for the equalizing. Castle king side. Okay, not queen side was also possible, but this is... quite even, but black's not worse. You know, for a blitz game, this is probably quite all right because you know, anything can happen with blitz games. Bishop H7 check. Okay, so Bishop F5 has got to be played next, I think. Oh,
this looks pretty level to me.
Whew. It is quite level. Yeah, no, it's very level. It was. So, but Bishop F5 has got to be played now, I think, just to swap off the bishops. They'll take back with a knight. Bishop E4 feels a bit odd to give the bishop up, really. Yeah, well, of course, it's not going to go wrong immediately, but that is a bit strange. And I think I would expect black to take on E4 and play C6. Really, that would be my expectation. Rook E8. Okay. Trying to keep a bit of life in the position, but Bishop F3, the bishop's quite well placed on F3, really. So knight on D4, bishop on F3. See, yeah, Rook E1. Yeah, no, not really much happening really, but it's just all going to happen in the blitz, really. Just who can play faster and who can make something of this. I mean, yeah. Might have gone h3, maybe, just to give the king a bit of room there, because it's conceivable that black's going to play rook e1. So, you sort of say, well, let's save a move on that.
So Martin reckons white's a bit better here.
Yeah.
Maybe is.
Possibly,
I don't know.
Possibly, but I mean, if there's anything, it's really small.
Because I suppose black could just go like knight e6 or something. And
yeah, well, you're just going to play g6, king g7 with black. You've got plenty of moves to improve your position. That's the thing, and you're playing rock troll. Go, female nurse. We need a good bishop f5. That's annoying. Yeah, that was the big point. The knight had to stay on d4. We really need a good song for female nurse. Dun 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 dun. Female nurse playing against rock troll. Rock troll. So let's hope the game lives up to the music.
We're going to drop in there next.
Very good. Yeah, so what have we got? I mean, knight d3 is vaguely possible. Rook e1, knight d3 is tempting, because you get the tempo, and then afterwards you look around at what you want to do later. It's going to be a little bit sharp. Knight d3, he's going rook d8. Okay, so I guess a chance to play knight d4 again, but then you're pinned. You'll go knight e6, so that's probably not a chance you really want to take. That's a bit awkward. Ooh, knight d3.
Ooh, knight d3.
ooh. Apparently, Ulf Anderson always used to do that. Ooh, black is hitting. Ooh. So, really quiet player, but phenomenal tactician. He always saw those tactics, and it was ooh. That's annoying for queens and pawns there. That's was playing a nice solid game, and now just lost the thread a little bit there. But obviously, Marcus is 700 elo points higher, so no disgrace.
All right, shall we check out rock troll?
Let's have a look at rock troll and see, and Raylin, see what's happening.
Let's see if I know how to do that. Oh, it appears at the top there. Yes, that's right. Got it.
All right. So rock troll is pawns down against Raylin. My goodness me! Look at that. So Raylin is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3 pawns up in an ending. Bishop b2 now. Oh, that's also quite good, must be said. Oh, this is going to be a difficult one for rock troll. But Raylin doesn't have that much time. Rook c1 now. Rook c1 is very good. Oh, okay. That's g3 is still very strong, because white can't. Oh, rook d6 check. Oh, still rook d6 check.
You spotted it now. You can tell from the pause.
Oh, yeah, g2 would still be strong, but well, this is looking
very still strong, right?
Very difficult for rock troll.
Oh. He didn't take the g4.
G4 check would be very strong, but this is very good too. Raylin's been playing lots of bullet. Yeah. So and rook f2 mate. Oh, or g4 mate. Oh no, it was mate. Sorry, king. There's an e3. Oh, look at the little rock troll. The little rock troll cheapo there. But no, well played, Raylin. Amazing. So hard luck, rock troll. Well done, Raylin. You are on the screen there. So well played. Hard luck, rock troll, who's having a fantastic tournament all the same. But it must be getting a bit late for rock troll, I think. It must be 3 o'clock now in the morning. But,
so have you been doing lots of practice on bullet, Raylin?
I saw a message that that Raylin had got to 2100 or 2200 on for bullet. I saw that somewhere. So and definitely playing well in the end stages there. Well played, Raylin.
Let's see, Mary. This is Mary Gregorian
against half price again. So This is a really 38 minutes to go. Really exciting struggle here. So Queen D3. Just always feel a bit nervous with a rook on A7, the king on G1. 2,000 on bullet. Wow. That's but this is very nasty. How are you going to deal with this? This is really unpleasant because no, I think you've just lost. You've just lost. I mean, rook E1 is just a huge threat, and you've always got a queen E3 or queen D4 to attack the rook on A7. It's just all wrong. It's all gone wrong, really. G3. I think we go.
Still go rook E1, can't you? Oh no, all right.
I want to go. That's amazing. Amazing. This isn't just, but I think Queen E5 would be just very strong here. Yeah, Queen E5 looks very strong. Wow, this is it's amazing defense. Actually, it's just going towards the white piece, but no, I mean, up a great resistance. Rook C3 though, and at some stage it's just going to get too much, really.
Rook C3 happened. Yeah.
But great defense from Mary Poppies there.
Okay.
Mark hit 2,000 Blitz on live chess. Well done. I think all of our regular watchers have improved, obviously.
Yeah.
And because they've learned the dark art of playing bizarre gambits and playing with not very much time.
Still Hillian against Jonah Willock. Okay.
Right.
Tough one.
So what have we got? Equal pawns, but there's a double pawn on D pawn, which is not a great setup really, because it just gives black F5 really. But F4 is a pretty, I don't know whether it's a good move. It's a brave move. It's not letting black just set up his structure. So no, I think it's probably a good move actually. What are we going to do with black? I'd probably take on F4 and then go F5, I think, and just try and play it like that. But it's not clear. I mean, we could. Oh, EF. Okay. What are you going to do now? Are you going to play? Are you going to play F6? Not quite sure what black's going to do now. I mean, E takes F4 is possible, maybe, and then follow up with B4. But you're being incredibly brave then. Queen F5. My goodness me.
Look, he's threatening Queen D5.
Yeah, but this move Queen F3 is unpleasant. The problem is for black is that the knight on D8 is really bad. So that was the idea of taking on F4 and going F5. You get the knight to F7 and then take on F4 and go knight E5. But here you're not really getting it. I mean, FG is just a big threat. Ooh, F6. Mark Hebden always used to, whenever there are moves like that, Mark Hebden always used to go sort of, holding it and looking away. Really, it's a nasty little move to have to play. But yeah, now normally you want to play D4 here and just because you're also taking control of the C5 square, so a knight on B7 isn't going anywhere.
Then black could maybe get the queen in, like Queen C2.
Yeah, just go rook E2. So this is rook F3. Okay, this is not bad. This is not so bad either. You could go D4 now as well. I think you should be going D4 at some stage, because then you take away E5 from the knight as well as C5. Yeah. That knight on D8 is really,
still bad, isn't it? Yeah.
Really still in bad shape. I mean, the one thing black could try would be to play B4 then, and then try and get in some rook B5 at some stage. That's the only sort of hope I can see. But I don't know. I'm not really confident about it. I have to say that it's really going to work. But I think D4 is an important move now.
Thank you, Truth Be Known.
Thanks, Truth Be Known. Okay. Well, this is feeling a bit more healthy for black. It's still awkward, but you're going to get either a knight to f7 to e5 or b7 to c5. Well, b7, white could still go b4. Oh, white can go b4 now. That's not a good move. You've written f7. You had to go to f7 and then knight e5, I think, because b4 here is really strong.
I guess then we have to move the knight back again.
Yeah, but we've just lost 2 tempi, and then the king comes into e4 or something. You know,
yeah,
it's going to be way. It's just going to be way stronger. You know, bishop e3. Ooh, that's a very strange move.
We'd still have to move the knight, don't we? Because can't I go bishop a7 now?
Oh,
oh, check. Yes, good.
That was sneaky.
I didn't notice that.
Now rook f7 probably, I think, is going to be the way. Or does Jonah have something more up his sleeve?
Could move the knight back again. Oh, forward then. Forward.
He's playing. He's going sharp. So takes. Ooh, d6. That's sharp as well. Oh my goodness. So rook d8. So if d7 now, king f8. That's extremely annoying. But what else do you do? But there we go. King f. Oh, even just c4 actually. Yeah, no,
that looks nice, doesn't it? Just
going a bit wrong, you feel. But yeah, I mean, if knight h6 check, that was possible. But I think you're probably just checking and then going. Oh, I don't know. I don't know whether that was possible. That was really okay. Knight e4. White's still fighting like crazy. I mean, it's a great game though from both sides. I mean, Jonah's in a way a bit fortunate, but fighting like crazy, and White's you know, probably ruining his chances, but still fighting like anything. So rook f6, king g7, oh, king e8. Wow,
gosh,
this is all really brave. Knight c5, no, king c6 is not is nothing at all. So okay, rook g6, king c6. That's not bad. So I suppose rook g4, we go bishop d6, rook g6, and then just something like king d5, I suppose, or king c7. Okay, that's still very sharp. I mean, rook e8, I suppose.
Yeah, I was looking at, yeah.
Could be interesting. That could have been very interesting.
I suppose this rook's nice there too.
Oh, that's a bit of a blunder. We just take on b4 here. Yeah. Oh, Demi. Oh, that's bad. Oh, good Lord. White, after such a good. That's a really, because now d2 is coming in as well. So it's gone. It's all gone. We've got the c pawn coming in as well. Ah, hard luck, White. That was a wonderful performance. Really great attempt there. But Jonah Willow marches on.
Yeah. Oh gosh, it's I just refreshed that. It looks like it's absolutely dead level at the top. Oh, Jonah Willow now ahead with that game, takes the lead, 37. Ahead of half price on 35, Rocktroll on 34, Keith on 33, Marcus Harvey on 28. Let's see Marcus, because we haven't seen him for a little while.
Yep, that's a good idea. Oh, let's have a look. So is that 2 pawns? That's 2 extra pawns.
Oh, so Marcus is 2 pawns.
Now, you would have thought that... I would
no,
have
2 pawns up, yes, I see.
A bit surprised that White didn't push that pawn earlier somehow. Because, you know, the key thing always with an opposite colour bishop position is, can I stop both pawns from one diagonal? That's the key point.
That's what John Ems was saying the other day on our foreign CL thing. Yeah, and we were lining them all up, and you had the pawns had to be far enough apart so that the bishop couldn't do it on the one diagonal.
But so it's a bit odd. It just feels a bit odd to do this. But of course, it's going to be very hard. Well, let's look. A6, A7.
That might have been a Jonah Willow game, actually, if I'm remembering right.
This is just winning. I think we just go A5. We're just going to go A5, A6 now. It's just winning.
Oh, can you take that? Oh, and then we take it.
Yeah. And these 2 pawns are very far apart. So
Yes.
You're not going to draw that. Oh, actually, you're going to have another pawn as well. So well played, Marcus.
Okay.
I mean, they're all on streaks, you know, Keith and Marcus. So they, I mean, it's going to be very tight, but they could consider, they're still in the mix for.
Ooh, Keith against Jonah.
Oh, excellent. Has Jonah sacked a pawn? He certainly has. Now, Keith has just basically said, okay, well, there we are. I'll take it. Go ahead, punk. Make my day. So, and well, I don't know. I mean,
it's not easy to checkmate, Keith.
Oh, that's very elegant. Oh, that's beautiful.
All right, no, so what happens? Knight takes knight.
Bishop takes h6. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Okay.
Oh, gorgeous tactic. Oh. Bishop h6 now.
You could do it the other way around as well, couldn't you? He's done it. Well done, Jonah.
Beautiful. That's very nice because yeah, I mean, what are you going to do? Yeah, knight g5, but you go bishop h7 here now. Oh, wait a minute. Rook d5, king h6 is what Keith's going to do. Wow.
King h6. What, queen h4?
Yeah, king g6.
King g6.
That's probably what Jonah was thinking, actually. Whoa. And queen h4, king g6 is a bit risky because you're just threatening a knight f3 check. So I think you're probably going to need to do... Oh, I was wondering actually whether you could just go rook a5 maybe. Just, or I'm not sure. No, I'm not sure.
Queen e5 now to block off the escape.
Queen e5 is a nice move, I think. And then we will move into c7 later. If you go f6, we'll go c7. You can't join, I'm afraid, Adlita. This is a special tournament for Loz Cooper's birthday, and so that's by invitation only.
But you can follow it. I think I can give the link to follow, can't I?
Yes, you certainly can. Ooh, good lord! This is
follow it here.
This is really this is desperate defense. Isn't rook e4 quite pleasant here? Definitely think you could try it. Just threatening rook h4.
Yeah.
I suppose knight f6 is what Keith's looking for.
This is an incredible game, isn't it?
F6. Oh, bishop f6. Rook h4. Oh, no, yeah, no, rook h7. Oh, Keith has blundered. Keith has blundered there. Knight f6, I think, was the way to go. Wow, incredible. That's important, actually, because Keith was on a big streak there. So that's going to be quite crucial, I think, to keep Jonah Willow in pole position there. 40 there, and Keith's streak has ended. But look at Marcus Harvey, a streak of 7 on 36 points. So Jonah is not safe yet. And there is always Half Price and Rock Troll in the mix as well.
Okay.
Feels a little bit like racehorse commentary. And Rock Troll, and Half Price coming down the furlong.
Any requests? Shall we? We could just stick with Jonah.
Why not? He's the leader.
Because that was a lovely game he just played there.
That was a lovely game. So, playing against...
Okay, and playing Silhillian, who just played that very nice game against... against who was it? A couple of minutes ago. The one... do you know what I mean? The one...
I know the one you mean, yeah.
Yeah.
So c4. This is all big Sveshnikov theory, which I used to know but no longer do. So I think cb5, knight d4 is supposed to be just decent for black.
Loz, Aditya 1616 wanted to join. So we've given him the link. Well, I don't know whether that lets him in.
So cb5, knight d4 now I think is normal. Just yeah, that's right. I think knight c. They were playing knight c2 nowadays, weren't they? They weren't taking this pawn, I think. So it does look a bit risky. To be honest, with a Sveshnikov, I always at some stage, you know, you start off with all the maneuvers, and then at some stage you just get scared, and then you just castle kingside. That's what always happens to me. I never understood these positions well at all. I just found them very, very difficult. Wow, Jonah is going for it. I don't think this is supposed to be decent. Wondering a little bit. Could we go rook takes a6 here and just give the exchange? Bishop g5. So looking for queen a5 check without queen d2 being possible.
Okay.
So presumably queen a5 check is going to happen now. Knight c3. That's not normally a good sign, though, to go back.
How's the squad's material in this? +2 for Jonah.
Yeah, 2 pawns there. So f5. They're all the same. I mean, white's 2 pawns up. He's looking reasonably solid there. So now f4. I mean, are you afraid of f3? I'm not even sure it's horrifically scary yet. So, but now you could probably think about playing f3, and then knight e2 to get rid of the knight, something like that. That doesn't look too bad. Okay, that was a bit brave, because I mean, I'm even wondering about just taking on g2 and then just going bishop f4 or something. I don't know. Oh, it looks very scary, this. But I mean, e takes d4 is takes, and e takes d4 doesn't look bad at all. I think knight e2 was a little bit premature there.
Aditya, Loz says he'll let you into the club if you try and join.
Wow, entrance to the club.
It's quite an exclusive club, Loz.
Just thinking about TV programs from the 80s. I know you're very keen on this subject. How about Nighthawk?
I don't know these type of programs.
That was a big helicopter adventure. Did you watch The Bill, Natasha, at all?
I have watched The Bill, but I didn't normally watch it.
I got quite oh wow, h4.
Jonah's a crazy player.
What is wow, F4. To play f4? My goodness me, isn't rook f4 rather
quite
strong?
Nice.
Isn't rook takes f4 rather strong here?
Recapture.
Queen g5 check.
I was going to say block, but that doesn't actually work. Yeah. Yeah, you could be right. You could well be right.
Yeah. Although, yeah, I mean, since you've sacrificed so many pawns before, but I think rook f4 is just really, really strong. I mean, maybe you should go king h1, queen f4, and then try and top off queens, queen f1. But it's, yeah, I mean, black's no way worse, you know, and probably way better. So that's the big move. I don't know whether there's something else. d5 is not so stupid either, in all fairness, maybe. So what I'd like to do is to go d5, and after ed to go rook a6.
I'm sure Will Sonia is making a joke about one of the programs you've mentioned.
So queen g6. And there was also, but unfortunately I can't remember the name, there was one with a motorbike as well, which was also which was one of my favorites, but didn't last very long. Oh, Natasha, you must have watched Battlestar Galactica.
Whoa.
I have the feeling that you're going to say that you were a studious girl who was working all the time, and you didn't have time for all this TV. The funny thing is that, you know, obviously, you know, when I was young, my brother and you know, was very into music and everything, and he didn't watch any TV. You know, he was always into doing cultural things, and I was the one watching all the TV. And then somehow I stopped, just watching TV when I became a chess player. And I don't really do it now at all. But my brother, of course, has had 4 kids. So he's just, completely full of Peppa Pig and, Paw Patrol and all that stuff, he was sort of saying that all of his artistic pretensions, they sort of get lost when you've got kids, and you just have to accept that they're going to want to watch Paw Patrol at any time.
Numberjacks was good though. From my kids growing up age, it was
Numberjacks.
The Numberjacks are on their way. It was really a nice kiddie program. No, actually, the kiddie program that I used to really like was the Family Ness.
A Family Ness.
Monsters. It was really, really good.
Oh yeah, no, that says something to me actually. I can Queen G2. So Jonah is doing a sterling job of surviving. Actually, I think after Queen G2, King G2, Rook A6. I mean, Black is obviously better, but I mean, you're Black! You were doing so well.
Again.
You were so close to just being, kind of almost vaguely safe somehow, and with a safe advantage. But well done, Jonah. That's why this guy is leading. So let's have a look. 16 minutes to go.
Okay.
16 minutes to go, and Jonah has
against Jonah, in fact.
Keith against Jonah. Oh, this is a big one. I mean,
it's a rematch because they played earlier. Do you remember they played earlier, and it was this fantastic sacrificial attack by Jonah?
Yeah, but Jonah's got to be really careful because Marcus Harvey's on an 8-game streak and 40 points. Jonah's on 44. Rock Troll on 39. 2-game streak, and Keith on 38 with a 2-game streak. So I mean, it's really really, really tight. I mean, a bad little game, and then everyone's back into. But this is not good from Keith. This is not good from Keith. You don't want to be giving this to a Benoni player. Actually, you don't. I mean, he's just a pawn up now. Actually, so yeah. No, that was not a good opening there from Keith. Unusual. He normally plays G3 against the modern Benoni. So surprising that he didn't do that. But this was a mistake. From Jonah, because now A4 is
knight G4 at some point.
Yeah, I think you have Queen F8, I think, to cover, and then go H5 after. But it's definitely an idea. But this one's going to get a bit risky. I'm wondering whether you could try BA with Black, and then if you take back, if you go something like Bishop C4, then Knight C5. That's maybe the best. Oh, okay, Black's Jonah's playing it a bit safely there, but I don't think this is very good.
He's not going to mind swapping queens.
No, I mean, swapping queens against Keith, which is always, a dubious idea here. And Keith's actually doing quite nicely now all of a sudden. So probably a slight edge for white now. So Rook D1. So yeah, I mean, the D pawn's weak. I mean, it's probably about balance, this, but still, it's I think Keith will settle for that from coming from the opening that he had. And
I can imagine Jonah's still trying to gang up on the king side in this.
Yeah, but it's a bit tough, and the A7 pawn is hanging, which also gives white a superb way to defend F2. So I think Jonah's struggling a bit here, also with the time as well, and Keith's playing fast. Yeah, so it's a toughie. It's a toughie, this one. I really just want to go something like Knight F6, to be honest, and just try and. But I was a bit worried about G3. Actually, it was wondering whether I was actually just going to lose my knight on F6. Tough position, this. really surprisingly difficult to find a good move for black.
What about rook e4?
Rook e4. I suppose I'll go queen b8 maybe. Check, and then go knight d6. I don't know. I mean, I'm really. I understand why Jonah's spinning so long, because it's just not very easy. Queen b6, rook a2 probably is a decent attempt, though. That is probably a good one. That's a decent start. So f3 now, and now we need something. We need something clever now. We need a cunning plan, Natasha.
Baldric.
I mean, rook a1 was interesting here. To go rook a1, queen d4, check, and queen a1.
This is cunning, isn't it? Oh, you could block on d2, can you?
Well, I could just go queen d6, couldn't I? I mean, I don't think you got a threat here. I think rook a1. I think rook a1 was stronger, to be honest. I think rook a1 was stronger, and I think probably black was all right there. Okay, but this is a bit weird, because now I could go bishop takes d5, maybe. No, but I think we got queen d8 and knight e8 check. Yeah, Keith's seen it. Knight e8 check. Then queen takes d5, and it's all fitting together. We're all protecting it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well done, Keith.
Well done, Keith. Wow, that's well, that's going to keep the Loz Cooper.
I think Marcus Harvey's taken the lead.
He's taken the lead. Wow, it's that freak. He's putting together the point like nobody's business.
Better see Marcus Harvey now against Trekker.
Trekker 123, 2102. Principal with white. That's for this time of the tournament. That's a good pairing in principle. Where is Trekker actually? Where he's down in 12th position, not doing badly. Rocktroll is on 43 now. He is keeping going in an amazing way. Come on, Rocktroll.
Now it must be like 3 a.m. now for him.
It must be. So 95. All right, this is not amazingly thrilling for white, really. F4. I think, yeah, F6 would be a decent way to play here, I think, for white, for black rather, because I think, yeah, this is also possible. But B4 is a bit, yeah. I would have gone F6 probably. That would have been nicest, just to get rid of the E pawn. But 96 is probably fine too. We've got to work out what we're going to do with white. Maybe bishop F3, threatening B5. Could go B5 immediately as well. Yeah, it's a bit sharp. But C5, we're going bishop F3. Knight C7, we're a bit passive. So not stupid, but it's very sharp. It's very unclear. I don't know whether I could go play a move like D4. Yeah, I was wondering about this one. B takes C6, D takes C3, C takes B7, C takes B2, B takes A8. That's all right. Maybe if I can take on C6, and that would be the move I'd really want to do. I could even play knight E4 actually. Then meet C takes B5 with knight D6. Knight E4 might have been an interesting move. I think actually a very interesting move. It's a little bit more boring. I mean, takes, and I'm not quite sure what Marcus has got planned there.
He has exchanged queens.
Okay, BC. Then we take with a bishop on C6. Okay. So what are we going to do here? I think we want to...
Wouldn't Black just want to take the bishop pair?
I think so. I think if we let white go bishop, maybe A6, I think that'll be a little bit irritating. Okay, well, Marcus doesn't seem to mind. Strange. I would be trying to keep my bishop pair, really, I think. Okay, Black's trying to exploit that last move, trying to put the bishop on C5. Not a bad plan. Causing some confusion there. So Black playing pretty well so far. White's yeah, looks a bit awkward for white somehow. Ooh, okay. Bishop c5. Where are you going after bishop c5? Are you going to e1?
Okay.
Wow. Ooh. I mean, black can play something like knight f5, for example, and come into e3 after. And I quite like h5, to be honest. I just want to go h4 and clamp down on. Oh no, that's not a good move. I don't think. Doesn't that allow us to play knight a4? Yeah. Oh, that's a shame. That's a real shame. That's just kind of ruined your beautiful setup, really. I think h5 was the move, just to go h4 and just tie down the white queen side. I think that would have been very effective. But black's still doing fine. Knight e6 looks like a decent move. Good g3 with white. Yeah. Rook
Still looks to
d3,
me like black's better, if anything. Is that?
Well, yeah, the knight on a4 is really bad. Basically, that's the. I'm surprised why I didn't go rook d3, to be honest. But yeah, I mean, in principle, black looks better still. But there are some things for white to be positive about, like bringing the knight into c4 to d6, for example.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean, if black could have, undermined the white pawn chain, I mean, that was really the key thing to do with the knight on e6, well placed, to do something like f6 and g5 and that sort of stuff. But this is a bit late now, so it's the sort of position where you would expect, the stronger player to start making a difference somehow. What you can certainly say is that in terms of time, Marcus is certainly doing that, because he's yeah, a minute and a half ahead, and he's starting to this is starting to look maybe like a slight edge for white, but not very easy to break through. Oh, could we go f6 there, actually?
Well, Sonia says white 1 connects 4. You see the 4 pawns.
Will Sonia, are you really paying attention to the essential lessons on this stream? So, okay, that's still tough. Black's okay. We're going king f3 now. Will black risk rook d3 check here? I wouldn't mind playing f6. Ooh, okay. Where's this bishop going then? I mean, I can put on. Okay. This is not a nice rook ending. Ooh, actually, g5 would have been probably a decent idea, I think, because this is yeah. Now this is nasty. Now, rook c8 check. Oh, okay. Well, yes. Why not? Actually, this is just very clear. Oh,
he resigned.
He resigned. Yeah, I would have thought black would carry on for a little bit longer, but I think in principle that is correct. This is just winning. Well done, Marcus. My goodness, that was a toughie, though, wasn't it?
Oh, only 5 minutes left on the tournament.
And Rock Troll is just 3 points behind.
Oh,
Keith Arkle on 46 as well. So all to play for.
Shall we check in on Rock Troll then? We didn't see him.
We haven't seen Rock Troll for a while.
Oh, he's playing Trekker now as well.
Oh, good Lord. Having a good Rock Troll. Rock Troll. So, okay, this is just a very nice ending for white. Rook b1.
So Trekker is Malcolm Armstrong from Carlisle.
Okay. Well done, Malcolm. You're doing really well. Rook b1. So this is very unpleasant pressure. You're just not going to get free now with the this pressure on the B and C file. You can't go b6. If you go knight somewhere, then rook c7 comes in. Yeah, knight a5 is not really what you want to do. Now, typical, if there's nothing immediately winning, is to go h4, h5, g4, and just push those kingside pawns, knight e5. Actually, knight e5 looking interesting now. Rook c1. I'm not 100% sure about this actually. Or knight g5 is going to be strong now.
Knight G5.
E5, because you've unprotected E6. Because here I think you can still go F6 with black. Although you will have knight F7 to D6. So yeah, I mean, these positions are just really unpleasant for black. Yeah, knight F7 now. Not quite knight. Oh, will Rock Troll play knight H8, do you think?
You can get it there, but it doesn't deliver checkmate, I feel.
No. I mean, knight C4 is also quite strong, funnily enough. And after knight C4, bishop C4, you're threatening... actually, you're winning as well, actually. I think knight C4. Maybe knight C4 is the strongest, actually. You just can't defend against that. I mean, maybe you can go bishop A6, and take on A5. No, it doesn't work at all. No, knight C4 is winning for white. And knight F7 is also very strong, but I think knight C4 was even better.
Okay, 2.5 minutes left. Marcus Harvey. Oh, he's now 7 points clear.
I think Marcus has won it, to be honest.
He's won.
So knight D6 now, Rock Troll, not knight H8. Well done. Rook C7, Rook C7. This is very painful now. I mean, black can really do absolutely nothing now. So now I think we can play a move like H4 or G4.
Okay, just
game space. Put a pawn on H6. Just imagine you get a pawn on H6 there. I mean, you know, it's just going to be huge. Or you can play something like F4, G4, and F5. Well, Rock Troll playing A3. Yeah, I mean, that's fair enough as well. That's sort of saying to black, you don't really have any moves. But I would have, yeah. I mean,
it's
F4.
true that black doesn't, isn't it? Because
oh, Rock Troll wants to put the bishop on A2. Wow, Rock Troll. Sneaky Rock Troll. That is a very sneaky idea. Wow. Very nice, very nice. Yeah. That is also going to be very painful indeed. Yeah, very clever. Very unusual idea. Wow. Yeah, bishop A2. Look at that. What a gorgeous idea. Ooh, bishop E6 now. This is incredible.
1 minute to go on this arena.
What a great hooter.
I was wondering what that was.
Whap, whap. So look at this Rock Troll. Rock Troll. Fantastic.
I hope that doesn't stop playing, and black hasn't stopped playing.
Bishop takes C4 now, and oh, okay. Bishop C4 and Rook B7 was pretty cool. This is also winning, of course. But is he going to get those points? I'm wondering.
27 seconds.
Well, he's not going to get them, is he? I don't think. Rook C4, Rook F7 check. King E8. No. Ah, that's a shame. That's a bit of a shame, really. But another very good win anyway.
10, 9, 8, 7.
Oh, he's resigned. Oh, wonderful
sportsmanship.
Well done, Trekker. That was fantastic. Great sportsmanship.
Okay, so the arena is over. We've got first place. Congratulations to FIDE Master. I'm still sure he's an IM. Marcus Harvey. Second place, Tristan Cox, otherwise known as Rock Troll. And third place, Grandmaster Keith Arkle. And we also have junior player Jonah Willow in fourth place there. So a big happy birthday to Loz, and well done everyone who played, and thanks very much for watching.
Thanks very much everyone for watching.